Okay, Assalamu alaikum everyone. My name is Kamran Rizwanul Hakim. I'll be conducting this webinar. This is going to be totally on project management. This is going to be a very high level overview of what project management is. And we'll start right from the first principle. And I hope that you find this interesting. And if you have any questions about any of the topics that I discuss about during the course of this webinar, please make sure you address those questions to me at the end of the session so that I can answer those to your satisfaction. Thank you. So this is myself. My name is Kamran. I'm a project management professional certified by the Project Management Institute of the United States. Currently, I'm setting up my own startup called Libraries Matter, and I am the lead trainer and consultant at a consulting firm called PMBOK. My project management roles had started basically from day one of my career when I started my first job at a global conglomerate called AP Moller Maersk. So from then on, I was involved with certain data migration, master data migration project for IBM at Maersk's global headquarters. And from then on, my interest and passion about project management grew and grew till such time that I moved away from what the discipline on my university certificate was. I'm a major in marketing and human resource management, but I moved into totally project-oriented roles since the last 8 years. I have done projects for Grameen Phone, BRB, certain MNCs outside of Bangladesh, including the Development Bank of Singapore and the University of Philippines. And not only were these projects technologically oriented, but a lot of these projects were preceded by business process engineering efforts, change management projects, which ultimately led on to the implementation of technology for process improvement. So I actually have this question set up for you on a website called WooClap. So if you can all log in, those of you who have joined can log into this particular website, wooclap.com/upskill1, and answer the question that's there. I'd like to hear what you think about when you first hear the word project. What word comes to your mind when you hear the word project? Can you log into wooclap.com and just state your answers there? Let's use the data analytics tools that the internet has to offer. Guys, did you get my question? If any of you feel at any point in time to ask a question during the course of the presentation, you can also do that. Just unmute yourselves and address the question to me. All right, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 answers. Okay, so we move to that. All right, so the words that you offered were geared, team, multifactorial, participants, task, endpoint, plan, executing and control, team, requirements. All right. Great. So, yeah. So I'll address. The reason I asked this question was I wanted to understand how exactly do you characterize a project? I mean, what in your mind is a project and what is not a project? So we'll come to that topic very soon. Thank you for participating. So let's just look at why projects are undertaken in the first place, right? So we see this word being thrown around by politicians, government bureaucrats, business executives, and even university students who have assignments to do. So basically, in a very macro environment in a macro setup, why are projects undertaken in the first place? Projects are generally undertaken in response to legal or social requirements. Um, for example, we now have more stringent requirements for industries to ensure that they are less of a polluter than they were before. So because of all the threats that we are, all the risks due to climate change, the government has become a lot more regimental when it comes to giving licenses to investors to set up factories. So now, most of these factories that you see will have some kind of uh, mitigation measures for reducing their carbon footprint or not polluting the environment in which they operate as much as they were allowed to do earlier. So that's both a legal and a social requirement right now. Projects are also undertaken to satisfy stakeholder needs or requests. For example, look at any company which needs to respond to its own internal stakeholders. Let's say the payroll processing system. Earlier, we used to have paper-based payroll processing, so that forced the companies to delay the disbursement of payrolls to the first or second week of the following month. Nowadays, because of technology and a very fast, very easy payroll processing system, we are able to disburse salaries before the month is over. So this was an internal stakeholder need or a request from the employees. So that has led to companies implementing technologies that have allowed us to expedite the payroll processing. And this is basically the same thing when it comes to even a company like Uber, which has a number of different lines of business. One is the ride sharing, the other is Uber Eats. So because Uber is in the ride sharing game, and a lot of their riders are idle during a certain part of the day, they can use up that idle time to deliver food, like Food Panda does. So they knew that this was also a stakeholder need. So the same kind of people who ordered rideshare, who were their app users were also the ones who are using Food Panda. So they have expanded onto that market segment as well. Implement change initiatives. Basically, when companies, this doesn't need to this isn't restricted to just technology change. Any kind of change initiative. It could be improving the learning and development scenario in an organization. So that itself is a project, and I'll tell you why. Any undertaking any undertaking within a company or an organization that is taken to create a new product, improve an existing product, or maybe even fix uh, an existing product. Like 10, 15 years ago, we had a problem with Toyota cars. So, and this, the cars that Toyota manufactured in the United States, and they had a certain issue with it, which actually caused more accidents on the road. So Toyota undertook a project to fix their cars from the design stage, so that they're manufactured. And they recalled all the cars, and they fixed their design issues, and then relaunched the product. So that itself was a project that Toyota undertook to fix its existing manufacturing line.